And in the midnight hour, we go visit the Sweet Palace.
Interestingly enough, we didn't have any issues starting up the video.
Why did you bring attention to that? Now we know audio issues from like the past will just hit us all at once.
Okay,
Remember,
so
this
we're
is
gonna
part
have
5. Everything almost always goes wrong around part 5. Please be quiet.
That's interesting. So I'm very excited to see.
Oh, you're always excited. I'm the one who has to do the work, you jerk.
This guy, I was about to say something silly. I was about to say that guy is a Final Fantasy Tactics character, but no, because his outfit makes way too much sense.
But yes, this is the boss rush.
Oh, cool.
But the rules are kind of different from the typical boss rush. What happens in this is that you fight the ultimate version of all the bosses that you fought before. Like even if you fought Gourmet Ogre in the morning, you fight the ultimate version of him here because it's midnight.
I mean, that does make sense.
The thing is, though, is that
they seem to have a lot more health that goes on a lot more slowly.
Yeah, a lot more health, more attacks, and more skulls to get rid of. The thing is that the bosses here can actually change depending on the bosses that you face in the time frame. And some of them are much easier to get through than others and might take less of your time or less of your skill. Somehow, this time, I got 2 out of the harder sections of bosses. Because there's a third version that I guess technically takes more of my time because I know how to deal with the other one. But I really thought I was going to do badly starting this out. Turns out I'm still awesome. Don't know why I didn't just hit pound over to the end right there. Wasted a whole bunch of time, but whatever.
Yeah.
But
have you seen... Okay, say what you're saying first, because mine is off topic.
Of course it is. The person that just got flung away is Turmeric. He's basically a boss that sometimes shows up in other areas at certain times a day. And most of what he says is an innuendo. And that's a joke. But we haven't seen any of him in the timeline that I made this time. So he just seems to come out of nowhere. Then again, it doesn't treat you like you knew him.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, Kim and Chi both have 3 skulls and I'm fighting them at the same. Back when I originally did this game on my own time when I was a kid, this fight used to be so hard because I just could not deal with a 3 skull Kim and Chi. My rhythm was entirely thrown off.
So they can't be damaged unless the 3 skulls are gone?
They can, but the damage is piddly. Remember, you're a Prinny, and so you have you're a peon practically. Them being stunned lowers their defenses completely, and that's why you can do all this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, say what you were saying.
Have you engaged at all in the Crown Tundra news?
Yes.
I'm completely checked out of it. I know that a Pokemon rides a horse. And that's really all I know.
I've checked out some stuff and it looks really cool, but not cool enough to justify the money.
Yeah, well, yeah. Actually, I started this, but since I don't really know anything, I guess I can't really say anything. From what I hear, and this is just very early stuff, the horse rider crone Brainiac dog, yeah. The Pokemon aren't good individually; they're only good together.
Yeah,
because it's yet another slow, bulky ice type.
No, hold on. They go together and you fight them together, and so they have 2 abilities active at once.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yep. and the roaming legendaries are given different types of, like, they're not annoying, well, in the classical sense. They're actually like almost puzzles. So there's some interesting things about that. Characters are given, they're more interesting characters going in. They give previous characters some more stuff to do with the Star Tournament, where you can team up with another character for a double battle in the end tournament, and they have special dialogue for the other character they team up with. I mean, for the other character that you team up against.
I'm going to, where did you fight this character? Because I don't remember.
The Death's Watchtower, the not ice stage.
Oh, the cloud stage.
What? No, that was Demon Sea area. Death's Watchtower was the thing with the, the old tower that you thought was the ice stage, but I said there's ice around, but there's not an ice stage.
When you said not ice stage, the first thing that comes to mind was these clouds are clouds, they're not ice.
Oh, okay. And there's the last orb we need. It's for the music manager. Of course, there is a little thing here where if you're really good, you can actually get across the chasm by only using the gargoyles. And instead of bothering to show that off, I'm just like, I'm still going for... This is still my first attempt on this stage in years, so I'm not going to bother. I could, and I'm sure I could get through eventually, but I don't have that to prove right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to show a little bit of replays on this stage. Not the entire stage, obviously, but to show some of the different encounters. And I'm going to have to go back here to get Lucky Dolls to begin with, but you're not going to see the Lucky Dolls, or at least I'm going to do a very quick montage of them.
Cool. I'm not sure if that spraying is coming up in the recording, but I don't know if I'm being hit by mosquitoes, and yeah, I need to spray myself a little bit.
What?
My health, mosquitoes repellent.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, my health is more important than this playthrough, very slightly.
Yep, very, very slightly.
But yeah, I always thought 2 abilities would become, I think, everything that I thought was going to become the new standard just became a legendary's gimmick. I thought fusions would become standard, they just became a gimmick.
I would not have liked fusions to become standard.
Oh no, I would hate fusions. I absolutely despise fusions, so I'm glad that never happened. Even if it happened now, I wouldn't care. But if it happened before, that would have been something to meme about and get very annoyed about and make jokes
Digimon
about.
jokes about.
Even now, yes. So even now, I'm glad it hasn't happened, because that would for some reason, actually not for some reason, but we don't have to go into that now. It'd just be very annoying. So yeah, fusions. I thought fusions was going to happen. I thought dual abilities was going to happen. What else? I guess I didn't expect giant Pokemon. Well, the one thing I did think would happen did happen, and that's regional variants. That's one thing that they did right. Absolutely. To just, yeah. So that's, I mean, in terms of, well, no, I can't really. I was gonna say in terms of adding mechanics that apply to all Pokemon, it hasn't gone as ridiculous as I feared. But at the same time, I'm not really the biggest Megas fan. I don't really like Z moves, and I don't really like Dynamax. So
I like 2 of those 3. I just wish they were in. I just wish that one of them was well, I wish that technically 2 of them were implemented better. But the one I care about, that was in the implementation better. You know which one that is.
Megas?
Yes.
I mean,
it really could have.
My problem with Megas,
didn't give it to the popular Pokemon that are already really strong, it could have just been cool.
Yeah, that's a problem. But also, there's a lot of any Pokemon. No single stage Pokemon should have gotten a Mega. It should have just gotten an evolution. I personally think, like, form. It's a weird half and half form change. that I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm used to not having it, and so it just feels weird. But I think that what's her name, Mawile, because I've just got an evolution. That's my problem, and also just the design philosophy is just a mess. Most of them.
I disagree more so than you, but
some of them look good, but
yeah,
a huge chunk of them are just. Come on. Guys.
I mean, yes. I'm not saying that in a partially general sense. Also, you for some reason you never fight. Well, I guess the dragon can't fit in here, so you fight Hoshikage herself.
Okay, I was gonna say, where did we see this character? It's like, oh, okay, the dragon. That makes sense.
Yep.
I guess that's interesting in that you basically. Do you ever fight this character instead of the dragon?
Yeah, I think there are 3 fights. Well, there are 2. Okay, it's either 2 to 3, or it's technically equal. She has an ultimate version, but that is surprisingly not here either. But that's almost for story reasons why her ultimate version isn't here. Because she only transforms into her ultimate version right under the full moon.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess they wanted to be story consistent here.
What's the story reason for this boss rush? Are they real or
yeah,
are they
they're real. The Prinny's in the I think in the part of last part that we unfortunately had the audio cut for, the Prinny's explained that all the enemies that you fought before heard about the Ultra Desert and are congregated at Sir Sweet's castle to get it first.
Alright, we're inside the castle, just going through different floors.
Yep.
This reminds me of a little game called Soul Calibur 2.
You know, I wonder if somebody can just go through our entire thing and know the 4 games that you talk about.
Do I talk about Soul Calibur 2 a lot?
That's technically the least out of the ones you talk about, but it's still one.
Okay, so name the 4 games then.
This, Final Fantasy Tactics, Terraria, and was the other one Just Cause?
I don't talk about Just Cause that much. I'd say Pokemon or Zelda, but I guess those are probably too general.
Yeah, those are too general.
Okay, so I guess when I talk about the 4th game, we'll be like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, probably. But I think this is the part where like my hand starts to slip on the controller more than I'd like to expect. Or was it later? Maybe it was.
Seem to be playing fine. But yeah, the Weapon Master mode in Soul Calibur 2. Wait, just exploded. The Weapon Master mode in Soul Calibur 2, where for some of the I love the way they basically turned a fighting game into an adventure game. It's such a cool concept. And so you can be in a dungeon where you have to go in different dungeon rooms and find the correct path to the end, and you have to defeat an enemy in each room, and it's basically like, well, I wouldn't call it a boss rush, and most of the time you're fighting.
Oh, I remember my mistake. I'm sorry. I end up on the carpet there by accident, and that ruins my flow.
Right. This also reminds me of something else.
Of course it does. And what is that?
Well, I'm not sure, but the way you're fighting this thing that's shooting lasers at you, it's probably Terraria.
Of course
I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't know why exactly, but I'm just vaguely, maybe it's Terraria. But yeah, I'd love to see, because since I've only played Soul Calibur 2 and Soul Calibur PSP, I can't really tell anybody what my favorite is. I'd love to see what the other games do in place of that adventure game.
I mean, I know we don't play racing games a lot, but you play other games, man. How come we never mention those?
Well, I love racing games.
Yes.
I've played, what's that game called? Split Second? Oh my gosh, Disney. Why did you do it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Disney bought Split Second?
Disney, the studio disbanded after only making Split Second and like Blur, I think.
Okay.
And no one has decided to make a spiritual successor to Split Second for some reason. So.
Oh, it's one of those. And this is the part where I accidentally clicked the wrong button because I'm still getting used to the new control configuration with the different layers button. But basically, after that, the Prinny thinks that he really does want to hire him, instead of getting his way.
Oh, so it's a trap.
Yeah, it is a trap.
So the final boss of the game is Mr. King Sweet King.
Sir Sweet, thank you very much.
Right. Sir Sweet, the final boss of the game.
Yes.
But I guess it makes sense in that it's, I don't want to say silly, or maybe I do want to say silly. It's not like a serious story, so it makes sense. I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh, right. This is the last letter. Oh, God.
Oh, I'm very curious to see that. Because I was just thinking, some of these looked ridiculous, but I haven't really seen anything that looked as
well.
Crazy
You missed the one last time because, again, the whole footage thing. And yes, I do hand over some Lucky Doll stuff, and so we get secret files, which are basically special information on enemies or NPCs that you've seen, and usually that's where the hidden secrets or memes usually come out. Also, they're talking about the Marshall Tower, and I really don't want to go there, but I'm going to have to. So. Oh man, I'm both excited and dreading the extra stages.
Oh yeah, I'm also those two things.
Because there's also one called Lil Asagi Comes Home. That's a very specific one, and that was in the DLC that I never got, so I don't even have any experience with that one. And that one I hear is total platforming hell. So. We're going to see what somebody who is good at playing this game but has no experience with the garbage that they're going to throw at me in that stage is going to see. So yeah, we revived the dimensional traveler here so we can go back to previous stages and access bonus stages whenever we want. And so now I can erase this stain on my honor.
Oh wow, you're playing very quickly.
Oh my god, I don't... Why do you think those jokes are funny? Why? Okay?
I don't think that was funny. I didn't think that was funny at all.
Then why say it? Did you just have nothing else? Idiot. Oh my gosh. He really did have nothing else. That's why he laughed it off. In fact... Dude, you're making us look bad. Come on. We've been doing this for like 5 years.
Here's the thing. Anyone who stuck around, thank you. We appreciate you.
We do.
Oh, you're not even going into Metal Slug.
Dude, it's slower if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, so... This is just to get a better rank?
Yes, this is to show that I was not a pansy, and that I could do this anytime. I just kind of messed up a little bit because of the Lucky Dolls and certain other things.
Oh yeah, this is the stage where you died a lot.
Yeah, so this is just me saying, okay, no more playtime here. I'm actually taking this 100% seriously. I mean, technically, I could have gotten over that chasm by doing special jumps, but I forgot the pattern for that. So it's like, okay, the machine doesn't take that long.
So is the implication you're just going back to previous stages? Is the implication that it's time travel?
It's the person say dimension. So so it could be that we're just. But you see how quick I shaved She's health there? That's me really just showing how good I am. I still haven't found the perfect position yet, but there's no special implication about these stages. But considering it's a dimensional warper, it could be just us going back in time, especially since the Prinnies are infinite.
Oh, true. So it's basically just one Prinny that's able to do this as many times.
Yeah. But there we go. I still didn't find that middle lucky doll, but I wasn't aiming for it anyways. I'll get that on my own time. What I really should have done is save that for after, because Saffron's actually going to owe me 2 awards here, and you're going to notice a change in her dialogue because of that. But I don't think I've ever seen what happens if you have 3. Maybe they just give you the other one in the same way. But yeah, we get 1 for reviving all the wandering souls, and she thinks the show's over, but it's not. And then her real personality comes out.
Just like that character
Wait,
in Lucky Star.
never mind, I miscalculated. Oh, hi, Frieza.
Oh.
Yeah, it was...
Oh, Prinny Frieza.
Oh, wait, no, it was a thing after this. Yeah, I remember. I should have saved that for later, so I would have gotten the town stage as part of the award after this. Yeah, I remember it now. Also, this is actually very important.
Yeah, that's why I'm just reading it.
Remember how how the previous Prinny said that there was another weird Prinny that he thought saw go into the fridge?
Okay, you're gonna have to take over because I am being called.
What the heck was that? Is that like the Scottish anthem or something? What the hell? Oh my gosh. And he's going to miss the best part. And by the best part, I mean the most grandy part, because Jesus Christ. The thing is that it looks like you can approach both of these at the same angle, but you really can't. It's not the same. It's really bad, actually. But yeah, this is where, okay, technically I'm doing this the wrong way. I'm technically skipping another thing there entirely, because you're supposed to go from the left. But if you're really precise with your dash jump, you can make it from the right. But as you can see, doing that is really, really hard. And this is just the first part. Oh my gosh. But we make it up and then suddenly realize that there is a lingering problem that we need to face. And that's this jump. Very specifically. The ceiling is too low to get at it normally. And so your jump is gimped if you hit the side, and you have to start again. And it's just... oh, God. No, the video didn't end. Then what the heck's happening on your side? But are you still recording? You're not, right? Okay, so now that just sounds to me... In fact, I might just, like, if I had the inclination, just put text-to-speech of what you were supposed to say, and have fun with it, maybe. Oh, the music stopped, which means oh, right, I'm showing the other way for it. Yeah, that's where we need to reach, but they're just not going to let us do that. I mean, it looks so tantalizingly close. But, you know, they're jerks. Either way, as you can probably remember, if this were, like, counted for... well, no, our anniversary's in January. Oh, right, this was a birthday thing for me. Just with how this playthrough is going, what a quintessential part 5 part. Literally what we said just came through. I'm on my own, there's an audio thing that I have to balance out, and we're gonna have to restart, and it's great, perfect, everything we said. Well, everything I knew was going to happen, and somebody was excited for it. Oh my gosh, please come back, eventually. I'm not even doing the pretenses anymore. I need a co-commentator or else I suck at this. And I know it still sounds like I'm just talking to darkness. Don't rub it in comment section or whatever. Do you know how long this part is? What, you expect me to go through the rest of the thing entirely by myself? What are you doing, rocket science over there? Oh my gosh. I am going to have to do the rest of this myself, aren't I? Over the literally most repetitive part? Why do you do this to me? What would I have left? What do I have left to say? We're just trying. I mean, we're not dead. We're... Okay, that's it. I'm almost tempted to just like put this audio list and wonder if just like with that, what was it, Mega Man part, if somehow we get more likes. Oh wait, there I am. I'm here. And I missed. Okay. But I just like wonder, somehow if we get, it's like that part where most of our dialogue's gone, we somehow get more likes than our other parts with dialogue. Which I honestly wondered if that was saying something. Yeah, you shouldn't be talking because I will be responding to, again, nothing. Oh, this is horrible.
Okay, now I can talk. Oh my gosh, I was missing the final thingy.
Is it the...
That's a shame.
You were what?
The thingy when you're jumping around in the air in the town.
You weren't looking at the... Oh, right, you weren't looking at the screen this entire time.
I wasn't at the screen at all.
Oh my gosh.
That's why it's...
So now...
Okay, so... This is just... Do they want... What's this nonsense above their town? Okay, that jump is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, you could see the whole point of just like me doing it in one thing after this point, because I finally get it right here, and that jump is almost like a checkpoint of sorts. But if only you were here to see the madness earlier.
It keeps going.
Yes.
It's like getting over it.
Yes. Except Bennett Foddy is not here, and that somehow makes it better.
No, he has great commentary.
No, well, I mean, even if he does, it's specifically to annoy you. Time and place, but at the same time, it's supposed to be helpful for getting through it, or getting over it.
I need to rewatch a playthrough, but like a specific one. Some playthroughs aren't that fun, but I need to rewatch.
Please make sure you're still recording, by the way.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Okay, thank God.
I need to watch maybe Dan and Aaron, or maybe...
Behold the final jump. If you fail that, that's just the worst. They just had to be complete jerks. With a stiff...
Do you fall back to the beginning?
I don't know if it's to the beginning or to the boards that are at the checkpoint. But I'm just like sitting there like, you jerks, but I get it first try.
That's nice. Oh, you're just very happy.
Yes, dude. You didn't see how much I sped up for how long I sped up the footage of me trying over and over.
Oh yeah, I did come to see it being sped up.
Well, let's just say that happened the majority of time you were away. Because I was looking at the thing, and I was like, wait a minute. We can't be going to the final stage yet. The time doesn't make any sense for the rest of the video. I was like, oh, right. It took me forever to get this done.
So that means I didn't miss anything.
So that means you what?
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah, you didn't miss any like special boss or whatever. We literally just came back and spent the entire time after visiting the Etna Chamber. We came back and just visited the horrors that are apparently being constructed while we're gone above our town. But you also, I
The
guess you
town's
also
gonna
technically missed that
become
plot point about the special Prinny that Etna was talking about.
the town's going to become like Dubai or some other place with really high buildings.
The Prinnies don't get that luxury, are you kidding?